And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody get down for that.
Can we trust you?
Listen here, I'm gonna shake my head yes. But I would trust me as much as I trust a fart after eating gas station sushi.
Madam Vice President, thank you for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Who is Kamala Harris?
She's a fraud.
In what respect?
She is an image that's been carefully crafted. You can start with what she is. She has a certain paint job, but that doesn't make her what she claims. And we have somebody that has a fabricated reality.
What is up, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. I want to put this in perspective. 112 days, the Harrison Walls campaign spent $1 billion and proceeded to go $20 million in debt. Imagine, we dodged a bullet, guys. We dodged an absolute bullet, just like Donald Trump and Butler. Because, man, imagine a person that spends $1 billion and doesn't even win and then managed to go $20 million in debt in 112 days. Imagine what she would have done with taxpayer money, our money. Shout out to everybody watching. Drop your comments down below. Smash the like button. And let's get into this video.
All right. Today, former VP nominee Tim Walz is set to finally address Democratic donors amid reports that the Harris campaign spent themselves into debt, leaving staffers high and dry.
Meanwhile, Trump's new super team is assembling and falling more into form by the day.
Senior White House correspondent Peter Doocy joins us live from the White House. Hey, Peter.
Good morning. The Harris campaign remains in debt after the Harris-Walz ticket failed in November, and now Tim Walz is going to hit up wealthy Democratic donors to ask for some money to help repaying all of the vendors that they still owe and staff members that they stopped paying months before they were supposed to. We don't know yet, because we haven't seen excerpts, whether or not he plans to take accountability for what happened in November or if he plans to share his own roadmap for the next few years. And as Tim Walz addresses the party's elite, rank and file DNC staff are going grassroots with a GoFundMe after saying they were blindsided by being fired suddenly with no severance. They're about $16,000 towards a $25,000 goal. The organizer of this DNC union GoFundMe says, "We are heartbroken to see our colleagues who dedicated countless hours to electing Democrats up and down the ballot depart under these circumstances, and we are furious with DNC leadership for failing to provide severance to those affected." As they fundraise, the Trump team is filling out their cabinet. The president-elect is reportedly trying to place Kash Patel in a high-ranking DOJ or FBI job. And Elon Musk, who is hiring right now with Vivek Ramaswamy for the Doge government waste project, is said to be on the lookout for an AI czar. Back to you.
Hey, Peter, got a quick question for you. Given the fact that the Democrats had an epic loss in the race for that building behind you, the DNC union people didn't see layoffs coming where they were going to get 1 day's notice?
Doesn't sound like it, no. And they are about $16,000 of a $25,000 goal. It doesn't seem like they're that people who donated a lot of money for months, even just $10, $15 at a time on those recurring payments that you get the text messages about constantly in an election season, it doesn't seem like there's much of an appetite for people to open their wallets again for that, or for the Harris campaign that now needs Tim Walz to go out and ask for help.
You know, how many people were fired? I know it was 2/3. Do we know the exact number? Because I feel like $25,000 to help people pay their rents and their bills is not that much if it's hundreds of people.
If you got to split it.
They're saying that the $25,000 is temporary because they still think they're going to be able to get some kind of money out of the DNC or some kind of unemployment assistance. And so it's temporary. They had a protest at Union Station yesterday. It was pretty small.
Yeah.
Peter, why'd you wear that necktie today? Did you see me do the tease at
that's incredible.
You know,
55?
this is the necktie that Gentle Ben used to wear.
How dare you? Can we kill the audio until we toss to it?
That's funny.
By the way, the bear never wore a tie.
This is true.
On TV.
Yeah. Back to this GoFundMe. I think the GoFundMe is a PR move to show how dire things are there, because Ainsley's right. The $25,000 is not going to do much, but it does make them look bad, and it does shame the party officials to do something for the union.
You could exactly be right. It's like, okay, if you guys don't help us, we're going to go public with this. Well, it hit the fan. They went public with it, but it does speak to the larger issue. Why do you belong to a union if the union is not going to protect you when your boss fires you? You know, I don't know about their healthcare situation in that particular union, but it doesn't sound like there's any severance that they are automatically entitled to. They are going to fight for it, however.
Yep.
Good luck. I'm Steve Doocy.
Oh, man. Imagine what she would have done to our $35 trillion deficit. This person spent crazy money in 112 days. And she has $20 million in debt to show for it. Imagine what she would have done with our taxpayer money. She spent all of her money on celebrity Diddy endorsements and got nowhere. And now she's emailing and text messaging and saying, yo, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you? But here's the thing. People help winners. They don't help losers. They don't help losers. And now, since Kamala Harris's message isn't working right, they're like, oh, Tim Walz is going to resonate with the donors. Tim Walz can get some money. I don't think so. Tim Walz couldn't resonate with any of the voters, period. So how do you expect him to resonate with donors? Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, if you remember the Wolf of Wall Street, the original, the OG Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort, said that Kamala Harris's campaign possibly could have been a Ponzi scheme.
Was the Kamala Harris campaign a little bit of a Ponzi scheme, Jordan?
Well, listen, I don't want to accuse anyone of anything. I don't want to get in trouble, Jess, but it seems more like a giant money laundering operation more than anything. I mean, you take in this massive amount of money, right? I mean, okay, like Oprah, I'm really shocked about Oprah. Like, why does Oprah need $1 million? Like, Oprah's a billionaire, right? I was shocked at all. I thought she was doing it because she believed in it. But here's the thing, you know, there's laws against two things. Number one, you can't make false statements, but also material omissions of fact. They were keeping everybody in the dark about how bad things were. They're just basically, you know, painting this rosy picture when meanwhile, it's like, you know, they're all in quicksand, sinking really fast. And they're trying to get people to give more and more and more, right? And I bet you when this really comes out, you're going to see that there were massively inflated salaries for all the consultants consultants who hired more consultants. Not to mention, and by the way, what were they thinking? Like $450,000 to be on the Sphere. Who's going to vote for her because she's on the Sphere? I mean, someone's going to walk by and say, oh, look at her face. I got to vote for her. I mean, the whole thing is so insane. It's insane. So, but I'll tell you what, but stupidity is a great defense against breaking laws. I'm just a moron. I didn't do anything illegal. I'm just a moron. I was overpaying people, didn't know what I was doing. So the defense is, I'm an idiot, you know? So,
you can't use that in court.
It seems like a money laundering operation.
Yeah, that doesn't work. And it's so funny because, Jordan, if you did this in the private sector, if you were going out telling everybody before an earnings call, earnings are going to be off the charts, we're going to do this, that. I mean, you got to believe what we have this quarter. And then all of a sudden, earnings comes out, and it's just like, kaboom. You could go to prison for that, right?
Yeah.
That's what they did on the Kamala Harris campaign. It's close. It's close.
Right.
It's a coin flip. Oh, no, we lost every battleground. Sorry. What?
I got to tell you, I even think that poll that came out of Iowa was part of the scam.
Yeah.
At the last second, this woman releases a poll that she's up. The whole thing was such a giant scam. And listen, I could not be happier. I watched it. I rejoiced. I was a huge Trump supporter back in 2016. And thank God. But I got to tell you, this is like the epic failure. And when they open up these books, they're going to see fraud on a biblical level in terms of money disappearing to consultants and God knows who else was on the payroll.
Now she's in Hawaii, and she looks awfully pale for being in Hawaii. Considering the fact she stated that she was black, she looks very pale. Anyways, it just absolutely blows my mind. 112 days, she blew over $1 billion. I am so glad she didn't have control over our United States budget. Let me know what you guys think about this. Drop your comments down below, smash the like button, share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.